前它那个上面出了活动结束。
So today we're going to talk about how to manage your time better and be more productive in 2021 using nothing but the calendar on your cell phone. But first, new office. Got a new space that we can work out. It's a bit messy now. Well, it's still pretty much new. We're still trying to put everything together. I wanted to come here today and wipe down, just clean off whatever I can clean up, get this place sort of ready to rock and roll when I gotta get in. So yeah, let's clean up. So I think the first thing that we need to talk about is the term productivity. What exactly is productivity? To a lot of people, productivity means several things. At the end of the day, your productivity has to be linked to your goals, what you're trying to achieve. However, it's quite subjective in terms of productivity in itself. If we're using goals to measure productivity, it means that, well, if you achieved the goal, you've been productive. But how do we measure that on a micro level, not on the large, grand scale of things? SNAs. Strategic next actions are used as little buckets of actions that you can do that will strategically take you from one position to the other. Basically, they take you to the next phase of your goals. Something like that. ASMR, the sound of new gear. Listen. Go James! So there are countless tools on the internet that you can use in terms of how to manage your time and increase your productivity. The problem with that is when you have too many options, it starts to become confusing. They're fancy, they're elaborate, and all of that. So the little complexities start to get inside. You really don't know which is which and which one to choose from, which is why I don't recommend using extra apps or paid apps to manage your productivity. I feel like productivity management is more of a discipline rather than leveraging on something to help you make it work. Yes, you do have to use some tools, but at the same time, it takes a certain level of discipline to be able to properly manage your time and increase productivity. I need some Red Bull. Which is why the best tool that I would recommend to anyone who's looking to manage their time and productivity is this, your mobile phone. This has everything that you need to manage your time. Well, not the phone itself, but the calendar app. It's just enough. And that takes me to the next thing, which is the process. What is it about the calendar? The calendar can be used as a strategic tool to measure and appropriate time for things that you have to do. It's very effective. I've been using the calendar now for about 3-4 years, and honestly, it's made everything so much better. Using the calendar really, really helps manage time and increase productivity. To fully understand how you can maximize your calendar to be able to achieve productivity, you have to understand how time blocking works. What is the concept of time blocking? Think of time blocking as building a house. You have 24 hours in a day. That is your foundation. No, that is your house. That's the whole house. That's the entire house. Every block that you put that builds up to 24 hours. Every second, every minute, every hour. Those things are blocks that you build till you get to 24. Time blocking is a concept that allows you to take what you think is most priority to you at the time, and you assign a block on your calendar to that action. It isn't possible to use the calendar without time blocking. It's just basically a calendar. What takes it further and makes it an active tool is the fact that you can time block. You know exactly when you want to do something, and you know what time you should finish doing that thing. Oh my God. This thing keeps going off. Fix that. Well, I know that this might be a little bit confusing, but I'll show you how I use my calendar to block my time and to make strategic decisions. So here I've got my calendar open, and now the good thing about this is if I want to go back and see exactly what I've done and how I've spent my time, let's say on the second here, on the second, see, I have everything here. I even have breakfast on my calendar, and everything that I want to do, I put them in different times and they all work. Now, some of these things have to clash because, well, you have to do two things together. I know where my time is going because they're in different blocks. And the thing with the iOS, the calendar on the iPhone, is you get to assign different colors to all these calendars. At a glance, I know what exactly that color means and how that time was spent. Let's look at the third. On the third as well, you know, everything's just, I even have called mom and dad on my calendar. I mean, the calendar works, it's very effective, it saves you a lot of time, and it gives you a strategic reference whenever you want to go back and see where you've spent your time. So, the to-do list, the great to-do list. Do I use the to-do list? I prefer to use the calendar over a to-do list, and I'll tell you why. My calendar gives me the ability to be able to put time, and it also gives me the option of reminding me. It has like an alarm or reminder. If it's something that I do every week at that same time, I can just make that and repeat that event to go off at that time every single week. On the to-do list, you know, yeah, it's there. It doesn't hold you accountable to doing the things you want to do, as opposed to the calendar that sends you an active reminder like, yo, you got to do this. I've been using the calendar for 5 years now, and honestly, I can go back 3, 4, 5 years from now and know exactly what I spent my time doing because I have all that reference on my calendar. Now, this is the most basic thing. You don't have to pay for any app. You don't have to buy anything. You already have that tool. Use the tool that you have, the best tool you have. No, well, the best tool is the one that you currently have. And in my case, my calendar, it's just a case of discipline. I discipline myself to use my calendar and manage my time. I'm really curious to see, how do you manage your time? How do you make sure that you are achieving the things that you want to do? I know there are a lot of options out there, but this is like the most basic option that you have. Let me know in the comments below what your preferred option is. Are you a calendar person, or would you rather stick to the to-do list? So let me know how it goes. I'm going to finish here. Something is wrong with this power. I need to report that to the maintenance guys and let them fix this. I can't have this place just black out while I'm working, but yeah, I'll see you guys the next time I can see you. So cheers.